here to talk about the book truck, but that's really two topics, the books and the truck. I got my master's degree in reading and outdoor education from the University of Northern Colorado, and have spent most of my adult working life teaching reading and study skills. Liking to read and really supportive of what Planned Parenthood does, I began volunteering at their book sale back in the 80s. But when the sale was over, they used to have to throw everything away. And so one of the other volunteers and I started taking some of the leftover books out to the VA until they didn't want any more. So then I started taking them out to Wright State. I put a free bookcase outside my office to encourage people to become reading tutors for Project Read. Currently, Look at a Book company takes everything left over from the book sale, but I can go there and get whatever I want from them. But I also still get some from the Planned Parenthood Book Loft. I give away children's books at Halloween. That's what that other one was. Wright State eventually decided that they wanted my bookstore space, so I moved to the Excelsior building, but after about 5 years they needed the space. So about 4 years ago, Dawn and I bought a property in St. Anne's District with a big garage, and that's where I store the book truck and to keep it out of the weather. In the 90s, I started giving away books out of the back of the truck down at Courthouse Square at the noon hour. Some friends of mine like to meet at the Oregon Express and the trolley stop on Friday nights for happy hour, so I started parking the book truck in the Oregon District. I also keep a bookshelf in Omega Records. Whoops. I have a designated parking space at Peaches in the Yellow Springs Street Fair, both in the winter and the spring, and I usually get rid of more books there than anywhere else. The festivals at Dave Hall Plaza also, like Women in Jazz, Blues, and Reggae, are another popular place. Urban nights I park at various places around town, and I think I'm at DVAC there, and a City Folk Festival. Yeah. At one time, I estimated I'd get rid of over 10,000 books a year. I bought the '92 Ford Ranger back in '93 and immediately began using it to display my political and philosophical views. I saw art cars at the Commie Fest in Columbus and decided to turn my truck into an art car. So I gathered up some of my son's action figures with their permission and some toys from local thrift stores. I used PL caulk. A lot of people ask what I put it on with, and got some friends together and we started gluing things on. Donna has a strong affinity with Serpent Mound, which is a Native American earthworks down in Adams County. She especially likes the counterclockwise spiral of the tail, so I started with a parade of toys, a counterclockwise spiral on the hood. A Cub Scout project when I was a kid where I made a vase out of shells inspired me to glue shells onto the side, and that's probably one of my favorite parts of the truck. I really like the way it turned out. A friend of mine asked me to collect corks for a long time, so I did, but she never used them, so I put those on the truck. Drank a lot of wine. The first two hood ornaments I put on, one was a mad ball, ugly head kind of thing, and a double horn either fell off or were taken, so a friend in Southern Ohio gave me another horn which I bolted on. The snakes are Donna's work, and we could use more snakes if you have any. To mount the Earth and the Moon, I welded brackets onto the cab and painted them, then I ran threaded rods up through them, and then bolted the Earth and the Moon on top. But the original Earth I had got deteriorated so much from the weather that I put a new plastic one on about a year ago. As you can see, the elements do have their effect on the truck, but the snow has provided some interesting, nice pictures over the years. But that's one of the reasons we got the garage, was so I could keep it inside and protect it. There we go. The first instrument I glued on back in '07 was that xylophone, and just recently it fell off. So, but the electronic ones usually play as long as I keep the batteries wired, and I have them wired into the glove compartment. I do give away more than just books. Being from Pittsburgh, I had to give a handout to my hometown Pirates, and we used to call the anti-aborts wingnuts. Well, I'm just a left wingnut. So, a friend of mine gave me a actual model of Stonehenge, which is up there, you can see, and so I've surrounded it with various other gods and goddess figures. There's a view of the incrustations on the roof, and that incrustations, that's Matt's term, what I put on. Here are some others, details, the dinosaur realm, bottle cap peace sign, my Ken couple rescuing the damsel in distress, the homies, there's a group equality wedding, the dashboard, hula girls, they were a gift from my granddaughter. After a repair job at Acme Spring, the mechanic left that dinosaur dangling underneath, and I've just left it there. I wanted a bike rack on the back so I could just park it and go. Primarily, the book truck has provided me a visual soapbox from which to present my personal views. The main theme I try to express is community. Everything is connected. Good, 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 you.